In question 1, we've been assessing how to carry out a sequence of rigid motion transformations, namely translations and reflections. Question 1 reads, on the set of axes below, triangle ABC is graphed. Okay, so we have triangle ABC right here. And then triangles A prime, B prime, C prime right here, and triangle A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. The images of triangle ABC are graphed after a sequence of rigid motions. Okay? Question. Identify which sequence of rigid motions maps triangle ABC onto A prime, B prime, C prime, and then maps A prime, B prime, C prime onto A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at each of these rigid motion transformations and see which one will accomplish the transformation of going from this triangle right here, this is the first one, to this triangle, and then from this triangle to this triangle right here. Alright, okay, so now let's take a look at the first statement. In the first statement, we have a rotation followed by another rotation. So a rotation followed by another rotation. So the first rotation basically takes you from triangle ABC to A prime, B prime, C prime. Is it possible to get A prime, B prime, C prime by rotating triangle ABC? The answer is no. Okay, it's not possible because you cannot get from A to A prime by rotating triangle ABC. When you rotate triangle ABC, A prime is going to end up on the other side. Okay, let me show that to you real quick. So we have this configuration right here. So look at this triangle right here. If I rotate this triangle, what's going to happen is that it's going to end up on the other side. Okay, so rotating triangle ABC will result in A prime being on the other side, and then C prime will be on the left and A prime will be on the right. So that automatically eliminates that first option there. So for option 1 is not the answer. How do we know? Option 1 is not the answer because A cannot be mapped to A prime on triangle A prime, B prime, C prime by rotation. There's no way that you can do it. Alright, the orientation will shift. Alright, so that means option 1 is not the answer because it fails the first rigid motion transformation. Number 2, a translation followed by a reflection. Okay, so can we get triangle A prime, C prime, B prime by translating triangle ABC? That's the question. The answer is absolutely no. If you translate triangle ABC, B will always remain above segment AC. Okay, so there is no way you can go from B to B prime by translation. It's impossible because B prime is at the bottom and B is at the top, and by translation only it's impossible to get those points to line up. Alright, so option 2 fills the first rigid motion transformation, so option 2 is not the answer. Why? Option 2 is not the answer because the vertex or point B cannot be mapped to B prime on triangle A prime, B prime, C prime by translation. It's impossible. Okay. Alright, so we are eliminating the second one. Now let's take a look at the third one. The third one says a reflection followed by a translation. Now if we reflect triangle ABC, what's going to happen? If we reflect it, A gets reflected to A prime, good. B gets reflected to B prime, and then C gets reflected to C prime. Excellent. So the first transformation works. Alrighty. You can get triangle A prime, B prime, C prime by reflecting triangle ABC across the x-axis. So that's good. So does that automatically make it the answer? The answer is no. There are two rigid motion transformations that have to be considered. If the first one is satisfied, it doesn't automatically mean that the second one is satisfied, okay? We have to check both of them. Alright, so let's check the second one. So the first one is good. You can get from A, B, C to A prime, B prime, C prime by reflection. Now, can you get from A prime, B prime, C prime to A double prime, B double prime, C double prime by translation? So just by shifting this to the right, can you get to this point right here? The answer is absolutely not. You cannot even get any of the points to line up with this triangle right here. Okay, so the second transformation is a total failure. So let's write down why. Option 3 is not the answer. So 3 is not the answer. Why? Why is 3 not the answer? 3 is not the answer because let's see. Because triangle A prime, B prime, C prime cannot be mapped to what? It cannot be mapped to triangle A double prime, B double prime, C double prime by translation. It's impossible. Okay? Alright, so number 3 is not the answer. By elimination, we can automatically see that the answer is option number 4. A reflection followed by a rotation. Alrighty? So let's take a look at it and see if this makes sense. So we have already established the first rigid motion transformation. We said that just by reflection alone, you can take triangle ABC to A prime, B prime, C prime. Okay, so just by going down, this transformation here is a reflection. Across the line, across the x-axis. Okay, so that will take you from this triangle to this triangle. Now, how about the second piece, rotation? If we rotate triangle A prime, B prime, C prime about the origin, you know what's going to happen? We're going to end up with A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. Okay, so by a rotation, a counterclockwise rotation, okay, counterclockwise rotation about the origin, guess what? We are going to end up with triangle A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. Alright? So option number 4 is the answer. Alrighty, so let's write that down. So option 4 is the answer. How do we know? Because you can go from triangle ABC to triangle A prime, B prime, C prime by the first transformation is a what? Is a reflection. And then you can go from triangle A prime, B prime, C prime to triangle A double, B double, C double prime. The transformation in that case is a rotation. Alright, so these are the two sequence of rigid motion transformations that can take you from triangle ABC to A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. Alright? Okay, so let's illustrate that process to you real quick. So we have 3 triangles here, so this is the original one. Okay? So we claim that the first transformation is a reflection. So check this out. What I'm going to do is look at this triangle right here. I'm going to reflect this triangle, okay? I'm going to reflect it about the x-axis. I'm going to flip it downwards. Bam. You see what's happening? What we have now is, it's kind of written upside down, but you get that, you get the gist. This is a prime right here. This point is a prime. This is b prime, and this is c prime. A is upside down. Alright, so if you look at what we have over here, it matches perfectly. A prime, C prime, B prime. Okay, so we see that the first transformation from triangle ABC to triangle A prime, B prime, C prime is a what? Is a reflection. Okay, as a reflection or a flip across the x-axis. Okay, and then next, so let's flip this one also to continue from where we stopped. Now, we said the next transformation was a rotation counterclockwise about the origin. Okay, the rotation in this case was a 90-degree rotation counterclockwise. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this reflected figure and rotate it 90 degrees about the origin and see what we get. Alright, let's do it. Bam. Does that look like the final figure? Does it? Well, let's see. Exactly what we want. Okay, so here we have B double prime. Let's mark it up. B double prime. This is B double prime. This is C double prime. And then this one right here is A double prime. Okay, so you have A double prime, B double prime, C double prime in exact the same configuration as this original triangle right here. So we can see that the second rigid motion transformation from A prime, B prime, C prime to the double primes is a counterclockwise rotation about the origin. Okay, so if you want to be more specific, it's a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation. We just rotated this by 90 degrees. Okay, and then we ended up with this desired figure right here. So we can clearly see that the answer to this question is option number 4. Appreciate it. We'd like to know what you think. If you found the contents of this presentation helpful to your preparation for the upcoming Regents exam, to give us a thumbs up. Your positive feedback is extremely important to us. If you have any questions or comments, just post it in the comment section below and we'll be more than glad to respond. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel so you can get updates to the remainder of this review series and other great math tutorials to help you do well in your math courses. And for more support resources, do visit our website at mathgotserved.com. Thanks again for watching and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.